You just said you're happy to be back. What excites you about being back inside the footy club?
Oh, pretty much, to be honest, to put a full stop on the previous year, take all the learnings, and then with a fresh set of eyes, new fitness coach, new players, it's really a go for the upcoming season. And as I said, you take your learnings on each year that you have, but for us now, it's fully into 2026. And I know you guys and the footy supporters here in Adelaide probably got sick of us saying, look, not too far ahead, look what's coming up. That's going to be our motto now, so that's almost easier to look at each week, training by training. And had a special guest out here, I'm sure we'll hear from him soon, but he said he didn't miss that earlier. And as a player still in the game now, that's what I thrive in. So as a group, we're trying to enjoy the challenging environment that we're in at the moment with the conditioning, the drills that go for a while without an end time, and that for us is the environment we want to be in.
What were the biggest learnings then, do you think?
Well, one, to feel your confidence as a football side. So proud of what this group, where we've come from and what we were able to give ourselves an opportunity last year, but also nothing's a given. You can have the greatest home and away season, but once you get to the end of the year, you've got to make sure you continue to perform, and little moments matter, and I think we're going to take that forward. Again, nothing's given, so we're going to have to work for every game, and for us it's about giving ourselves a block now where we train really strong and build consistency, so we hit our first pracky game internal in about a month's time with full of confidence and also a willingness to embrace each challenge.
How much you mentioned putting a full stop on last year? Obviously a lot to celebrate, but learnings as well, and some frustrations with the finals, how things ended. How important is it to put that full stop on it and just get moving on what's ahead and what's in front of you?
Yeah, you want to learn through experience. So it's not when I say put a full stop on it, it's not a full stop and I'll never read that chapter again. It's putting it to the side and looking ahead what's coming up. But then also when you need to lean on experiences like what we had last year or years beyond, further back, you've got that to lean back on. And I think as a group, each year we're building on that, and you're seeing a core group of young players now who have experience playing AFL footy, let alone SANFL footy before that, and now they've got some finals experience. That formula creates a consistent footballer, and that's what we're trying to build at this footy club, led by a man, Nixie, who drives high standards. And again, we're just going to continue to build each year, as each 18 clubs are this time of year, but we're pinpointing some key areas that we're looking to progress in.
Alex, can you compare this pre-season's level of difficulty to ones gone past? You mentioned before not knowing when drills are going to finish, and we've seen a few brutal things over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's funny. Like each year, you kind of get to day one, and you know what to expect, but it never gets easier. And almost the more experience that you have within a footy program, something different is always challenging. So to have Macca's come into the footy club, for example, he's never seen each athlete before, so he's got a different profiling to what others may have before. So it's an opportunity as an athlete to impress, to show him what your strengths are, but then also to continue to work on your RFIs from a conditioning point of view. And then also just skills under fatigue. I think no matter what the conditioning looks like or the heat or the weather is providing us, there's always challenges to that. So I think you would have seen pre-Chrissy, if you were sitting on the hill with a camera, a few sorry faces. One of them was me, and you just got to make sure you bite down on the mouthguard and continue to push through, because midway through the year it might be 10 degrees in Hobart and it's a completely different mindset, but you've been in these situations before that are challenging.
Burjo's pre-seasons were so revered and talked about. We know that Macca's has been in a similar sort of boat and has learned from him before. Have you noticed, has it gone up in certain areas or different in certain ways? Yeah,
probably. And I won't share that just because it might be a competitive advantage, but I think Macca's has his strengths definitely, and his ability, very like Burjo, very approachable, relatable, and puts the athlete first, so gives the athlete confidence to get out there and perform. And yeah, I'm sure if you study the track well enough, you might see a few little changes here and there, but I've got full confidence in what he's brought so far. And I'm still standing here after a big session out there, so give me another 10 minutes, I might have the feet up in the ice bar.
Studying the track, Sid Draper's not doing a lot. Do we know why?
Yeah, well, Sid's a young talent, obviously. Started the year extremely well, got a taste of AFL, and I think for us as a teammate, you want to make sure that you're not throwing him into the deep end and expecting too much, where as a group and as a team, making sure that his body's ready to go when he gets the taste of AFL again and when he gets back on the track. And I think he's very clear of we don't need to expect too much from him at this moment. We want him to feel extremely confident in his body and his physical shape, and I think you would see that. Him walking around, he looks like a young adult now, and I'm not too sure how far away he is from joining the group, but once he gets in, you'll see his strengths on show for sure.
What has stood out, or Who has impressed you most this pre-season as well?
Oh, we haven't actually done too many like full ground drills or match sim, so it's a hard question to answer. What I will say is the young group, led by Joshua Shelley, Riley Thilthorpe, their group around them are driving the footy club a lot. You'll hear them out in the track driving drills, or even in meetings. If you're looking at a PowerPoint or whatever, they're giving a bit more feedback, maybe compared to previous years. And then you've got the likes of Oscar Ryan, James Borlace, although he's a bit older, that are now leaning into that space of sharing their experiences, their thoughts, and you're starting to see a shift in who's driving this footy club, and it's so exciting for all involved.
How do you go in the wrestling type drills?
How do I go? That's a good question. Ask Isaac Cumming. We had a wrestle the other day, and yeah, ask him and see who came out on top.
Okay, aside from you beating Isaac, those type of drills, those type of physical things that we saw at the end, what benefit can you see coming out of those?
Yeah, it takes me to a mindset of last 5 minutes of a quarter. Under fatigue, there might be a scrimmage ball or ball floating around. It's the ability to either make a tackle or break a tackle, and yeah, it's the end of a quarter where you got to stand up. And as I touched on before, small moments. The teams who perform consistently, especially in the later part of the year, they have great key moments that, from a football eye in the stand, you might not see, but as a professional footballer, you notice them, whether that's a clean ground ball, an ability to make a tackle under fatigue, and I think that's why they insert them at the end of trainings.
You mentioned that shift before the young guys kind of coming through and taking that next step. I mean, how much do you enjoy seeing that, given, you know, a lot of them have been hyped up a lot in the media, and their, you know, body of work supports the kind of living up to that potential. But how good is that to see within the club, you know, rising to that next level?
Yeah, it's powerful because, as I touched on just earlier around the previous year that we had, it fills the group with confidence that they're capable, we're able to win games, and that's the end product of those guys starting to lean into putting themselves in front of the group, or willingness to be vulnerable. And yeah, I think you saw in the last 12 months huge growth with some players, and again, they've done that growth, so now it's an opportunity for the next crop of young guys to take the footy club forward. Yes, Dorse, myself, Darcy Fogarty will still be here, and willingness to lean on, for them to lean on us, but at the end of the day, in 12 months' time, 24 months' time, they're the guys who will be driving this footy club forward and showing you the consistency that, as Adelaide Footy Club, we want to stand for.
You're not the only premiership player in the squad anymore, mate. What can Cal Archie bring, and I guess reflecting on your own experiences of what you were able to bring to the group last year, what can he actually bring to the group based on his premiership experience?
Yeah, an ability to share his experiences under the highest pressure, and not too many people have had the privilege to play in 3 grand finals in a row and come out on top in 2 of them. And for Cal, his journey in itself, if you've had the opportunity to talk to him about his own football journey, it's quite inspiring. High draft pick, came through, he's admitted that he had some inconsistencies, wasn't at the level that he wanted to, and then has fought so hard to get to a level where now he's one of the first picked, and I think you saw that when he was at the Brizzy Lions. He played a crucial role over their 3 years of grand finals, and now to have someone to share the experience, whether you're an older player or someone who's still starting out their career, his ability to understand what the game needs at crucial times, he's going to be a huge asset for us, and we are very lucky to have him at this footy club.
Well done.
Oh, just one more from back here. Hey mate, Dan from DF Media. You guys are great, strong, fit. Do you understand a word that Marquin's saying? Because I think he insulted me, but I can't be sure. So when he's talking, do you know what's going on, or he's guessing?
Yeah, just tip the hat to him, and then don't say anything that makes him angry, because you'll find out about it.
Yeah, well, he is an angry boy, so that's all from me. Thank you, mate.
Nice to meet you, Dan.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, guys.